let me get this straight. To the best of your knowledge, have any of the nurses been working at the festival while on duty?
No, absolutely not. No, on their lunch hour, their breaks maybe, but that is it.
And when do you suppose that they are eating their lunches and sipping their coffee or them, Audrey? It's on hospital time. And they are doing it at their duty positions, which they are not supposed to be doing. It looks terrible.
Please, that is hardly a major infraction, even if you were right, which I doubt that you are.
Okay, let's be realistic just for a moment. You know that they never leave and come back within a certain framework of a break period? I mean, when Joanne leaves her position and goes to the daycare center because Lucy has to go to one of your meetings, we are interrupting not one operation, but two. And unfortunately, the result is that it is the patients that are getting shortchanged, and that is our primary responsibility here as a hospital.
Audrey?
Well, first of all, I would like you both to know that I very much resent this. I really don't know why I'm even bothering to defend myself. I have resigned, remember.
Without the courtesy of a warning, however, we can't replace you at a moment's notice.
Certainly not with someone of your ability and experience.
Well, thank you for the compliment, Alan. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing you've said that has been correct is that there has been a greater number of women from the hospital on the committee this year than ever before. And the reason for that, Alan, is efficiency. We're all close together. We can do our hospital work and our volunteer work to the benefit of both and without injury to either one. As a matter of fact, you haven't come up with one single instance of an actual problem resulting from these dual responsibilities.
No, not yet.
In fact, Alan, if you were to check, you would discover that the leadership of every important volunteer activity is undertaken by busy people. Now, it's true in this city. It is also true in every civic and charitable organization throughout the country. They're all run by people who have other responsibilities and obligations, people who are very successful in their own fields. And the reason for that, Alan, is because they are the people who get things done.
I know that, Audrey. Everybody knows that, but it doesn't...
I don't think you do know that, Alan. That is the difference between you and Monica. She has been involved in outside activities as well as growing in her own career at the same time. No, she understands. But you, have you ever volunteered for anything? So how could you possibly understand that people who are committed to one thing are more committed to everything else than anything that stupid operating manual can hope to accomplish?
What's the matter? What's wrong?
Do you have Sean Donnelly's phone number memorized?
Yes.
Oh, good. Call him for me.
Well, we're going to go see him.
Please just call him now, okay? Thank you.
Donnelly?
Sean, good. I'm glad I caught you. Listen, I am over at your office. I'm here with Felicia. Can you get over here right away?
I thought we were supposed to meet at the Brownstone.
Just come over here right away, okay?
I suppose you do have your reasons.
Yes, I have my reasons.
All right, that's good enough for me. I'm on my way.
Fast as you can.
What's going on?
Yeah, I started to do the dishes.
Oh, too bad you didn't.
Yeah, right. Anyway, it just seems to me that every time we've learned something, somebody's been there ahead of us. You know, it's like they're one jump ahead of us. They always anticipate every move we make.
Bad luck.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Anyway, I went to borrow some soap from Bobby. While I was in the kitchen, Prunella showed up. When I came out, Bobby told me that she was upstairs waiting to see you.
This early?
Yeah. It seemed a little bit too early to me, too.
Well, nobody visits anybody this early. She did come to see me in the hospital. Of course, she's so sweet. You don't think that she'd do anything like that, do you?
I don't know what to think. All I know is that I agree with Sean when he said, trust nobody. We have to rely on ourselves, and that's it. That's why I want to meet here. Just you and myself and Sean.
Well, you were right. I've double-checked all these prints from the motel, and there's nothing here with a cup full of cold water. There's the maid, motel manager, butcher, a couple of birds, and some sweaty palm prints on the doorknob.
Yeah, and the murder weapon's been wiped clean.
You know, we may be dealing with a pro here, but regardless, these people always slip up. We're just not looking in the right places.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think you'd be real interested in talking to this newspaper guy. He may be just the right place. You want me to bring him in? It's right outside.
Please do.
Commissioner Scorpio, this is Willie.
Hey, Willie, I understand that you've already spoken with Sam?
Sam? Oh, you mean the lady cop? Yeah, I talked to her.
Yeah, well, she seems quite impressed with what she might have to say.
Well, she's a very nice girl. Very pretty, too. You know, when I was a kid, cops were never that nice or that
Willie, Sam seems to think that you may know something about who killed this fellow Butcher. Hmm?
I don't know about that. I didn't see nobody kill nobody.
You didn't see nobody?
I didn't say that.
You saw something?
Nope.
No.
Seen somebody.
Somebody? Who?
Well, I can tell you who was in that room besides the fellow that got killed, if that would help.
So, Willie, you think you know who was in that room where the killing took place?
Well, I don't get around, I guess you can see that. But I got around to studying, and when you got a newsstand right across the street from a motel, you see all kinds. I could tell you stories, and the women, you wouldn't believe.
Willie, the murder. Yeah, let's get back to that.
Ah,
Who was
well, yeah, it was like this. Actually, the room was used by a different guy the night before, but I recognized him. He was a salesman, and he uses the place about 2 or 3 times every month. And he has a bag and 1 briefcase, and he always leaves real early in the morning.
So when did Butcher come in?
Little before 2. And that's early for that joint. Customers usually don't come in around there for checking in until 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Of course, I sort of figured that he's got a deal of one kind or another coming down early. So I sort of figured that's why he's coming around to check in so early. Either that, or he's looking, waiting for some doll or something.
Willie, the murder.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that. Well, anyway, this guy, Butcher's his name? Well, so he checks in, like I said. And then he comes out again, and I almost didn't recognize him, to tell you the truth. I mean, when he comes in, he looks like a real dandy. And then when he leaves, wow, he was dressed, you know, regular. Like normal people.
How long was he gone, Willie?
Well, I'm not really sure. About 20, 25 minutes.
With someone?
No, he came back alone. And then, almost right behind him, no more than 5 minutes, this guy comes in a suit, a gray suit with dark sunglasses. And he goes right up to the door, knocks, goes in, and about 5 minutes later, he comes out again.
Was he carrying a briefcase or something else, maybe?
Not that I remember.
Was he driving?
Yeah, dark sedan, American make. Normally, I'd notice the make of the car, but someone was buying a newspaper off me, and I didn't bother to check the make of the car.
It's all right. Did Butcher have any other visitors?
Wee, did he ever. I mean, this one is a real looker. She's got great legs and blonde hair. I couldn't believe it. I mean, this one was no street girl. Classic.
And she was in the room.
Well, now, that's the funny part.
Oh? What?
Well, she was in the room for no more than a minute, if that long. I mean, I'm at the newsstand watching when she goes in, and I've hardly gotten around to wondering how lucky this guy could be when she's back out again.
Huh? Where'd she go, Willie?
Well, she's walking fast when she leaves the room. Of course, that's easy for her to do with those long legs. Golly, I'm telling you, a guy could die looking at those legs.
Did she have a car?
Sure did. Got in it fast and zipped right on out of there.
So you didn't have any customers then, did you?
No. Why?
So nothing stopped you from seeing what make of the car she was driving?
Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't. But there was a reason for that.
Sure there was.
She parked way down the block. The funny thing is, there was all kinds of parking spaces right in front of the motel, but she parked way down from it. Almost like she did it deliberately.
Oh, if she doesn't get back soon, I'm going to have to check out some other places. Like the office, maybe. Sean's apartment. Of course, if I call Sean's apartment and Tiffany answers, then I'll have to have an explanation why I called. Same as Sean's office. Oh, better give it a few more minutes, I suppose. Interesting, interesting. Is Colton still sleeping on the couch? Is that what they want it to look like? Ha-ha! Why, hello. Hello to you, too. Is Felicia here? No, she went out, I hear, but supposed to be back in a few minutes. Come in and you can help me wait for her. Thanks. What about Colton? I haven't seen him. He's around somewhere, though.
He certainly has been around.
Is there anything special you want to see Felicia about?
Well, I was just wondering if she had talked to Sean yet, that's all. How about you?
Oh, I thought I'd drop by to see how she was feeling. I haven't seen her since she left the hospital.
Oh, really?
I don't think she talked to Sean, though. He's on a cruise somewhere in the Caribbean with Tiffany.
Sean Donnelly couldn't stay on a cruise ship for more than one day if he was tied to an anchor.
Really?
Trust me.
Do you know him very well?
Well, we used to work together.
Under the cover?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you know, I mean, spies.
I don't think Felicia would mind if I used the phone, do you?
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah.
Hi. Any messages?
Nope, nothing.
No calls, then.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Talk to you later. Well, you know what? Oh, I better get running. I got a lot of errands to do. I'll just catch base with Felicia later.
Oh, I think I'll do the same. Oh, I suppose we ought to leave her a note, though.
Suit yourself, but, you know, I gotta go.
Okay, ta-da.
Bye.
What is it about that Colette? Something very definitely strange about her. So if I were me or anybody else, I'd most definitely be keeping my eye on her.
That Prunella's a strange one. Is she for real? Well, there's no time to think about that. Felicia, Sean, and Colton have obviously changed their plans. Now, where could they be? No, not Sean's apartment. Not with Tiffany bursting in all the time. Maybe his office.
We have held so many parties down there in the garden.
I think I like it. I've got so much fun.
Yeah. Well, are you interested?
Very.
Yeah?
It's smaller than what I have, but it's real nice. Furnishings are nice, too. And that garden is just terrific.
Okay, so what should I tell Bobby?
Well, I tell you what. I have to check my current lease to see if I can get out of it. I'll do it fast, and then I'll call either you or Bobby. So would you ask her if she can give me a day?
I'm sure she will.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And it would be nice being neighbors.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
See you later.